Quickly move on to this next story that we are now tracking, which is talking about the cracks within the India alliance, and this is primarily vis-a-vis the I.N.D.I.A party and the Congress party. So the I.N.D.I.A party and the Congress are again at loggerheads over the contestation of the Lok Sabha elections together. The controversy, remember, erupted after the Congress leader Alka Lamba said that the party has asked its cadres prepare on all 7 Lok Sabha seats in Delhi. In fact, her statement evoked a sharp response and reaction from the I.N.D.I.A party. Responding to Lamba's claims, I.N.D.I.A party chief and national spokesperson Priyanka Kakkar said that if the Congress has already decided to not form an alliance with the I.N.D.I.A party, then it is of no use for us to attend the next India alliance meeting. So remember, that is a subtle threat that the I.N.D.I.A party has also released as far as this entire controversy being played out is concerned. Now, this comes as the Congress party has held a meeting in the national capital. That meeting happened yesterday. This was, in fact, to discuss the strategy for the 2024 general elections next year.
Yesterday, the Lok Sabha strategy meeting of Delhi took place. Now, a bit of confusion is there, controversy, you can say, where a statement by one of the spokesperson has been now taken by the I.N.D.I.A party and saying that Congress is going alone. There is not going to be an alliance with any of the party, and all 7 seats are going to be contested by Congress party alone.
See, first of all, I would like to clarify that this meeting wasn't for Lok Sabha election preparation. It was for organizational setup, how to revamp the party. This is absolutely incorrect that this meeting was for preparation of Lok Sabha election. And secondly, there wasn't any discussion about the seat sharing. I don't know from where this news has been broken. But Rahul ji was there, Kharge ji was there, and our in charge, Mr. Babaria was there, K.C. Venugopal ji was there. I was just besides Rahul ji. I haven't even heard from any corner that there was any discussion about the seat sharing and Lok Sabha.
Sort of my first question is about this huge debate that is taking place over this Congress and I.N.D.I.A party alliance. Yesterday we heard party spokesperson say that they will boycott attending the next meeting because of a statement made by some of the leaders. What is the stand today?
I think the Congress leadership has clarified that the statements by the state spokesperson of Congress is not an authorized statement of the party, and I think the matter ends there.
So there is no question of any boycott now?
No, I don't think that matter still remains. The matter started with the Congress spokesperson and ends with the official statement of the party.
So you're hopeful of a productive alliance or a constructive alliance between the 2 parties in Delhi and elsewhere also?
We are very hopeful that all opposition parties this time will represent the country, will represent India, and BJP's government will not come to power in 2024.
मेरी तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि आम आदमी पार्टी हैं, उनके जो हैं समझ के लिए मैं क्या कहूँ. अलका लांबा is a spokesperson. She is not an authorized spokesperson for talking on such major important issues. जो पत्रकार ने उनसे पूछा है उसकी मैच्योरिटी के बारे में भी मुझको शंका लगता है. और जो है जहां मैंने व्हेन आई हैव सेड एज इन इंचार्ज कि आज कोई चर्चा ही नहीं हुई है, तभी इसी प्रकार की बात करना वो जो है आम आदमी पार्टी को भी समझ में आ जाना चाहिए कि जो मीडिया है पूरा का पूरा वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मदद करना चाहता है, आपको उकसाना चाहता है, और वो भी जो उकसाने के बाद ये प्रकार की बात करते हैं. मैं समझ रहा हूँ कि इट इज़ द मोस्ट अनफॉर्चुनेट थिंग. ये जो है आज कोई चर्चा ही नहीं हुई, उसके बारे में इमेजिनरी बात कर दें.
Let's now first talk about what has set the cat amongst the pigeon. What has led to this entire controversy? Remember, this is about the seat sharing as far as Delhi Congress and the I.N.D.I.A party is concerned, and the conditions that the Congress party has set have in fact led to this entire controversy, especially starting yesterday after that Congress meeting really happened. Now, condition number 1, the demand that the Congress has, especially for the national capital Delhi, that at least 2 seats of East and New Delhi should be having a Congress contestant out of that, and Aam Aadmi Party of course is really not ready for that sort of an arrangement. So that is one major problem. If we talk about the state of Uttar Pradesh, the demand is that Rai Bareli, Amethi, Allahabad and Sultanpur, all of these seats be given to the Congress party. Again, whether that will be agreeable or not becomes an important and crucial question. Punjab, another state that Aam Aadmi Party commands, the demand of the Congress is that 11 out of the 13 seats in the state to be given to the Congress party, something that the Aam Aadmi Party will not see eye to eye on. Remember, Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress have been at loggerheads when it comes to various issues. The other party that is not one with the same idea as the Congress is the Trinamool Congress, and West Bengal also becomes another state which is problematic, because the demand of the Congress here is that 5 specific seats in addition to others be given to the Congress party, and TMC of course will not be seeing eye to eye when it comes to this demand of the Congress. So this put together is why we are talking about whether all this is leading up to further cracks within the already disruptive India alliance. Because remember, this entire alliance has come together only after much ado. The Aam Aadmi Party and the Trinamool Congress already have had a lot of issues when it is about the Congress party. Let me take this across to my colleague Pallavi, who is joining us on the broadcast now. Pallavi, I'd like to understand, there are various statements and counter statements that are coming in from members of the Congress party and the Aam Aadmi Party. What does one now understand? What is it looking like when it is specifically about Delhi and in this case Punjab when we talk about seat sharing?
And I would also add West Bengal to a list, because two troubled alliances are always going to be between the Congress and the TMC, and between the Congress and the AAP, because both of them actually have a massive turf war. See, everyone is talking nice, everyone is talking about a united opposition front, but always when we look at coalitions, the problem really begins when it comes to ticket distribution. This time round, a decision which was kind of taken was that at least on 400 seats, we are just going to put out one joint candidate to ensure that the votes are not cut and we are able to defeat the BJP, and this is where the problem actually begins. Now, if you talk quickly about Delhi, while yesterday the meeting steered clear of any kind of an alliance talk, but Alka Lamba's comment and the way the reactions came in from AAP just goes on to show that this is just a tip of the iceberg. Now, look at those 7 Lok Sabha seats which are all now with the BJP.
Yes.
The AAP is clearly eyeing it, and the AAP's argument is very simple. We have a strength of 62 in an assembly, and therefore in terms of winnability we have that edge over the Congress party, but why should we give even one seat to the Congress when they are unlikely to win? Congress of course will never ever accept that. In fact, at a meeting yesterday they made the point that the Sheila Dixit legacy is something which could help the Congress as far as the Lok Sabha elections are concerned. This is as far as Delhi goes. Same logic in Punjab, and of course similarly in West Bengal, but the Congress says at least on 5 seats it's non-negotiable with the Trinamool Congress and they should be given to us. At the Mumbai meet, while the talks will also begin on a kind of a common minimum program, I think it's also going to be a beginning of some kind of a conversation on the ticket and the seat distribution, because we're just left with 7 months to go for Lok Sabha elections, and that could be the genesis of friction within the India Front Alliance.
Right, and that's an important point that you've made, Pallavi. In fact, if we go back to the entire aspect of both Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress Party not ending up cutting votes for one another so that the benefit really reaches the Bharatiya Janata Party, because we were just putting out that graphics on the wall, and I request my producers to once again put this on how has Delhi really voted as far as the 2014 and the 2019 Lok Sabha polls is concerned. So if we go by the statement that's been made by the Aam Aadmi Party that the Congress doesn't have the numbers, so does AAP, because AAP was 0, Congress was 0 in 2019, similar situation in 2014. So all the numbers went to the BJP. So in that case, whose word is can be weighed heavily against the other?
Precisely the logic which the Congress party is giving to AAP, to the winnability logic, saying that neither you nor us have any number of Lok Sabha seats, but that doesn't mean that we should not be considered at all. But the AAP's logic will always be at least we are there in the assembly, with the Congress having 0 seats in the Delhi assembly, and how the win in the assembly segments can actually become a benchmark for possible win in the Lok Sabha. You're talking about Delhi, I would also add Punjab onto it, because that's also a friction area between AAP as as well as the Congress party, which is why I repeatedly make the point that while it may have been very gung-ho and euphoric in Patna and Bengaluru, Mumbai could see a certain amount of clash of opinion and stand as far as these political parties are concerned.
And Mumbai also becomes crucial, Pallavi, because while we talk about this equation between the Aam Aadmi Party, the Trinamool Congress and the Congress, NCP also becomes an important player. And now that there are so many things that are talking about chinks within the armour, especially vis-a-vis Mr. Sharad Pawar, that also becomes a crucial aspect. So all eyes will be on that India meeting in Mumbai that will be hosted by Mr. Pawar.
Oh yes, absolutely. All eyes on the Mumbai meeting for multiple reasons. One, of course, is the common minimum program or something along those lines. One, second, of course, being the seat distribution. But third, I think the most challenging would be to build up a context of trust. There is a trust deficit, if you would say, between AAP and Congress, between TMC and Congress. And now within the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi, both the Congress party as well as the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena faction are not very comfortable with the idea that Sharad Pawar has had frequent meetings with Ajit Pawar because they want certain kind of clarity. You know, not many of them may be talking about this openly, but behind closed doors, they all concede that we don't know how long Sharad Pawar is going to be a part of the NVA. With this kind of an era of mistrust, despite clarifications coming in repeatedly from Mr. Sharad Pawar, the shadow certainly is going to be cast on the India Front Alliance.
Right. Pallavi, thank you so much for joining us and offering that perspective for our viewers. And on that note, let's actually get you more reactions. In fact, my colleague Shivani Gupta also spoke to former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Prithviraj Chavan, on the India Alliance. Let's listen into what he had to say about it.
Your leaders seem to indicate that you don't really have faith in what he has said today, for example. He has denied the speculations, as I mentioned, and that the Congress and the Uddhav faction are already preparing for life after Senior Pawar's exit. Will that be fair to say?
No, I think this could be an interpretation by you, but that is not how I see it. You see, it is important for each constituent of the MVA to make sure that we contribute maximum votes to the success of MVA candidate or the India Alliance candidate, whoever that happens to be. So recently, the Congress party took a review of all its 48 Lok Sabha constituencies. 24 groups are sent. Each one was given a responsibility for 2 Lok Sabha constituencies. I also went to 2 seats. And we have just reviewed, taken a first-hand feedback from our workers as to what has happened to the Shiv Sena split, what has happened to the NCP split, which district level leader has gone which side, and whether we had lost any leader or were there any possibility of those who belong to the erstwhile Shiv Sena or NCP joining Congress mainstream, because Congress seems to be the only party which is steadfastly has never aligned with BJP or any communal party. So we are doing our exercise. I'm sure Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray group is also doing their own exercise.
Okay.
Nothing beyond that, but ultimately we will all sit together and work out a seat sharing arrangement within the overall context of India Alliance. There are some smaller parties are in touch with us, and therefore whoever comes with us and whoever wants to fight the BJP, will take them along. Who doesn't come with us or who wants to join BJP, that is their choice. So I think whatever Mr. Pawar does is not going to affect the MVA. MVA will continue with or without the people from NCP who have apparently left NCP and joined Shinde government.